Hello, Joanna. Welcome. Great. I'm frozen. I don't know if anybody else is frozen, but um, if I could, I would wear my. I mean, I could, but my socks and slippers and a sweatshirt in. But I want you to be able to see the my limbs and what they're up to. So, happy Monday. It's going to be a great week. We've got good weather, nice, even though it's a little brisk temperature. So, I'm very happy about that and happy that we're all here together. So, yes, hi, Barbara and Lorraine. Everybody's ready. Wow, everybody's kind of ready to do this today. Catherine and Jean. I hope Jean's there. And we've got little Penelope. Oh no, oh, sorry, Penelope's one we don't have. We have who do we have? Jilly Rose. I have too many dogs. There she is. So, um, so as we get going, again, I encourage you to check in, just to keep this positive energy going of you, of me, and our chair yoga. I am also just as we gather. I'm looking to take and have Wednesday's class be a Zoom class. So I'm just going to be announcing that and we're going to make that shift. So Wednesday will become a 12 o'clock Zoom, which means that you need to email me if you would like to get on that Zoom link each week. It is really easy. It is just same platform. It's just slightly more interactive, and you can also turn off your camera. Nobody has to see you. You don't even have to check in. You just have to follow the link that will bring you to me, so you will see the same image. The dogs will still be there, and I'm trying to shift my schedule a little bit with the summer hours, and just kind of bring back a little bit more space for me to also explore the world a little bit. So I'm going to drop my 4 classes down to 3, and that's what I'm doing to start, is just shifting that Tuesday Zoom to Wednesday. So Wednesday will no longer be on Facebook Live, it will be a Zoom. I know I'm gonna have to say that like 30 times over, so that we all remember, including myself, that that's what's going on. So help your friends, remind them, and that will start next Wednesday, whatever day that is. What day is it today? Is it Monday? I think it is. So, welcome. I'm so grateful again as you all join. I'm okay with Zoom. Thank you, Johnny, for your support. Got here on time, Victoria. All right, so just to start this beautiful day, I hope you all had a lovely, lovely weekend. I did. I went for a lovely walk yesterday. It was so beautiful out, the sun. And what else did I do? I don't know. It kind of flies by, but just feeling in a huge space of gratitude, which is so important and a huge part of just allowing myself to stay content, allowing myself to stay in a place of peace. It's just feeling that gratitude of all that I do have. And if I start looking and thinking outside of this moment, sometimes it can get a little overwhelming and my mind starts running wild as to all that I don't have, right? And all that I need to gather and get. And so to be in the present moment of right here, right now, this time together with you, this time to drop in with ourselves, I'm just endlessly grateful for that. And when I can drop into that space, I live a much better, peaceful life. So I want to just start with the loving kindness meditation. It's just a wonderful, I'm going to just shift this. It's just such a wonderful, peaceful way to begin and also to drop in. So in your seat, just begin to shift your sit bones a little bit. Yeah. If you're laying in a bed, that's fabulous. Be there and still find the movement. So if you are in a lazy boy chair, you lucky dog, that as well. I just want you to feel the energy as the sit bones spread. There's a slight lifting of the pelvic floor and this kind of lengthening through the spine, but then a softness as we let the shoulders melt down away from the ears. And then as we just pause into the space, softening our eyes or closing our eyes, just notice maybe the thoughts wandering around in that head, right? As you settle, as you fuss, see if you can begin to let some of that go. And just notice as you soften into your body, right? This present moment. Notice how your nervous system begins to calm. Maybe it's still a little bit anxious, possibly, to quiet down, but just notice all that's occurring within you. And then just begin to follow this breath. And just notice the breath. Again, we're not trying to change anything or perfect anything or be anywhere else, just right here. So just notice the breath coming in and out, maybe in and out through the nose, maybe in through the nose, out through the mouth, whatever it is for you. And then notice the breath in your physical body, maybe in your belly, in your heart center, into the shoulder blades, into the waist. Nice. And then from here, just begin to take the next inhale, but let it fill up your belly, and then fill up your ribs, and then fill up your heart center. A little bit of expansion there. And then as you release back out, down, lift the heart a little bit. So that exhale lifts your heart. And then follow that. Inhale, belly, ribs, heart center. And heart center, ribs, down into the belly as you kind of open up that heart a little bit. Just follow that, just a few rounds. Feel the breath as it softly fills up. This isn't a forceful breath or an exaggerated breath. It's just full, slow, even. Cleansing, bringing in fresh oxygen, releasing anything that doesn't serve us. And I love the sound of the breath, right? Maybe for you, you can hear the whisper of the breath as it comes in and comes out. And just smile at that. Just smile at this sort of sweetness of dropping in, of letting go, of grounding yourself, of settling. And just stay with this beautiful breath, in and out, out and in. And then repeating to yourself, may I be well. May I be happy and content. May I be free from danger and from suffering. And may I be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be happy and content. May you be free from danger and from suffering. And may you be filled with loving kindness. And sending it out to all. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy and content. May all beings be free from danger and from suffering. And may all beings be filled with loving kindness. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Bowing your head down to your heart, moving more with this heart, more with love, more with kindness to yourself and to others and to this world. Beautiful. And then taking a nice inhale as we lift our heads. Exhale softly out through the mouth. It's soft. And inhale will come for one Om. Beautiful. All right, yogis, I'm going to go back to my chair. You should be all grounded and balanced a little bit, and we'll do some more. Good. Nice. So as we begin, finding your seat, and again, as I always say, if you're laying in a chair, laying in a chair, laying in a bed, I want you just to feel a little bit more length through the side of your body. So just get that energy there, and just notice as soon as we do that, as we find that length and the shoulders melt down the back of the body, there's also this beautiful sense of pride, right? That self-care of us, this present moment of here we are. So just notice how that feels. It should feel good. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to take and we're just going to move through the parts. We're going to start with this right hand, and we're going to begin to circle at the wrist. Feels good. Especially after a weekend. Here it's Monday, just kind of awakening everything. So one direction, just some nice circles. Good. And then take this the other direction, some circles the other way. Nice. Good. Perfect. And then from here, we're going to take this hand and we're going to kind of push it out in front, like that stop in the name of love type of thing. And then from here, you're going to take the other hand and we're going to just take and bring it on to the palm. Yeah, and we're going to just kind of stretch out. I'm trying to show you that kind of that whole forearm and into the fingers. So just take a little breath there. Should feel good. Massaging, stretching these fingers, so important. Stay with it, don't force it. So you can see my hands kind of moving around, opening it up. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to take that right hand and we're going to turn the palm down, taking that left hand and just gently, same thing, kind of drawing the fingertips back. So you'll feel a nice stretch into the wrist. Notice that. It's not forceful, please. Should feel good. Again, I'm a little cold, so just kind of opening up these joints. My rheumatoid is a little inflamed too. I can just tell because the joints are all a little more clicky and cranky. Good. Now, from here, we're going to take again, turn this palm up. Now, we're going to go through each finger. So we're going to just start with the thumb, and we're just going to open it up a little bit. So you can always lower that arm closer if your shoulder's getting tired. And then we're going to go to the pointer finger, and we're just going to open that up. It says individual. Feels good. And then we're going to go to that middle finger. And same thing, just kind of open that up. You'll feel a nice stretch into all the fingers, especially that middle one. And then into that ring finger. Feels good. Nice. And now into that little pinky finger. Good. Love it. Now release, and we're just going to give that hand a nice shake. Shake it out. Shake it out. Yeah. Good. And then we're going to come to the other hand. So same thing. We're just going to take and circle at that wrist one direction. Yeah. Notice any clicks or clunks. Good. And then take it the other direction. So important. We kind of often just work on these big body parts and forget things like toes and fingers and neck and shoulders, right? So getting in there today. Good. Nice. I have this little click I can hear. And then from here, we're going to just take this hand, and again, we're going to come into that stop in the name of love type of thing. And then as we reach out, we're going to take that opposite hand, just kind of draw those fingers back towards you a little bit. So just kind of massaging it, not forceful. Just move around a little bit. You might notice it down the front of the forearm. Really nice. Good. And then from here, we're going to take that hand, slowly turn it down, and that other hand again, just sort of guiding it. So you get a nice stretch into the wrist and the front of the hand, into the forearm. Good. Feels good. I feel it all the way up my arm. Yeah. And then from here, we're just going to take, again, this hand and bring it into that sort of stop. And again, you can bring it a little closer if your arm's getting tired. And we're going to take the opposite hand and we're going to start with that thumb. Just kind of drawing that thumb, opening it a little bit, exploring that space into the palm that leads right into that thumb. And then we're going to come to the pointer finger. And same thing, we're just going to draw it back a little bit, feel a little bit more depth, maybe into the knuckle. Beautiful. And then coming to that middle finger, same thing, just drawing it up. Just go slow, and you'll just notice also upon the release of holding this and kind of massaging this, how good it feels, like almost tingly. And then moving to the ring finger. Good. And then coming to that pinky finger. Feels really nice already. And then from here, release that pinky finger and just give that left hand a nice little shake. Yeah, feels good. Now, from here, we're just going to come into the feet. So I'm just kind of coming right into these little parts of our body right off. So starting with that right foot, we're just going to take and roll up onto the ball of that foot. I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, I think you can. So rolling up onto the ball, lifting the heel, and I want us to begin to just circle that ankle. Yeah, slow. I'm going a little fast, so I'm going to slow it down. And just notice as you kind of massage the ball of that foot, feeling all of the toes. Good. A little bit of work on the calf too, which is always any little work anywhere else is always just an added bonus. And then switch directions, so circling the other way. Perfect. Good. Now, we're going to take and bring this heel down onto the earth. I'm going to sit back a little bit more. And we're just going to turn the toes up towards the sky. So we're kind of lifting the toes. And again, if that's not available to you, just feel the action of it, right? That mental dropping in energy, right? And then from here, we're just going to take and kind of squeeze the toes like you're almost making a fist of the foot, right? And then release. There it is. That's our action, squeeze. See if you can also get that pelvic floor lifting a little bit and release, kind of spreading the toes. All right, 3 more like that. I know it all seems silly, but I promise you, you'll be skipping out of here today. Release. 2 more. Squeeze. Release. 1 more. Squeeze. And release. Perfect. Now we're going to bring that right sole of the foot down onto the earth. And we're going to lift the heel of the foot, rolling to the ball. And then we're going to lower the ball and lower the heel and lift the ball of the foot. Okay? 3 more like that. Heel, down, ball, toes up. Good. So toes down, heel up. Who's counting? I think there's 1 more. 2 more. Toes up, toes down, heel up. How can I make it more complicated, right? Last one, let's just do this. Toes up and toes down. Now, 1 more. We're going to take and we're going to heel toe this heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and then back in, however it is for you. I know it seems silly just getting that brain connected and coming to the other side. So left foot, we're gonna roll up onto the ball of the foot, lifting that energy through the legs, sort of feeling that nice space there. Good. And then from here, we're just gonna begin to circle a little bit at that ankle. So slowing it down, connecting. So the ankle gets some movement, the toes get some movement as the kind of energy, the weight shifts between the toes. Yeah, really nice. Good. And then switch directions. Other way. Perfect. Nice. Working the calves a little bit, remember. Now, from here, we're going to bring that heel down onto the earth, and we're going to lift the toes up and kind of spread the toes. So the toes and the ball of the foot, sorry. So spread them, get that nice energy, and then bring the toes down. We're going to lift the heel. Good. Now, heel down, toes lift. Spread them a little bit. Toes down, heel lifts. Okay, one more. Toes up, spread, get that nice energy, a little bit of effort. Toes down, heel lifts. Good. Now, bring the heels down, because I almost forgot. I want you to lift the toes now, spread them, and then make a little fist with that foot, right? So squeeze, and then release. Squeeze, and release. My little dog's looking up at me. Squeeze, and then release. Should feel good. Whole sole of the foot comes down onto the earth, and then here we go again. We're going to take those heel toes, and again, if you're laying in a bed, it's just a movement, right? This is all about any of us finding whatever movement works for us, right? So heel or toe, heel, whatever it is, out. One more. Good, and then bring that back in. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. One more. Out. Really connect to it. Don't be lazy about that, but just trying to feel each part of the foot. Good. Really nice. Really nice. So from here, soles of the feet fully onto the earth. We're going to roll up onto both feet. So lifting the heel on both feet. Good. Now sit nice and tall here. And as you do, we're going to take and bring these heels back down, but we're going to take and lift them back again, and we're going to take and open up these hands. My arms just went out to the side, they can go wherever. And then make a fist as you bring the heels back down. Good. Roll to the ball of the feet, lift the heels, open up those arms, those hands, and then heels come down. Make a little fist with the hands. Good. All right. 3 more. Roll to the balls of the feet. There's core here a little bit. Hands open up energetically. Make that fist with the hands, and the heels come back down. 2 more. Roll to the balls of the feet. Spread the hands. Make that fist, and heels come back down. Good. Last one. Roll to the balls of the feet so that core lifts. Hands spread. Nice energy. And then make that little fist. Heels come down. Love it. All right. We should be ready to move now. So from here, bring both arms down alongside the body. So we're just going to come into the shoulders, right shoulder, making some nice circles there. Make them big. You can see I'm kind of moving my head, really getting into it. That juiciness, that goodness. Feels good just to get everything moving from the weekend. And then switch directions as we head the other way. Beautiful. Now, taking this right arm, we're going to bring it out to a T, and then we're going to take it up to the sky, right? So reach nice and long here, and then take these fingertips, bring them back into sort of the base of the skull, a little bit of that neck. Just open up, just one side here, open up. Feel that front of the shoulder, navel lifting in and up. Perfect. Now we're going to take this right arm, bring it back up to the sky, and we're going to take this left hand and we're going to wrap, we're going to kind of find the elbows a little bit, and if not, you find the wrists, if not, you find the fingertips, whatever works. Shoulders melt away from the ears, And then take a nice breath here and inhale. And then take this over to the left on the exhale. So just breathing into that whole right side of the body. Should feel good. Don't overdo. Feet are planted if you're in the chair. If you're in bed, again, just find some space to kind of lean a little bit to one side energetically or fully physically. And remember to smile. Enjoying the energy that we keep creating between you, between me. Good, one more breath. Love it. So from here, we're going to take these arms, both arms up to the sky, turn the palms out, brush out to those side walls, opening up the heart. Should feel good. Let that space come into your heart center. Both arms are back down alongside. Love it. Now coming to the left side, making some nice circles, one direction. Let the head relax into it. Good. One more this direction. And then switching, heading the other way. Good. Beautiful. Two more. That's it. Last one. Good. Now arm dangles down, but really remember to begin to lift that pelvic floor a little bit more. And then take this arm out to a T. And then bring it up towards the sky. Get that nice big reach here. Feel that space. Bring the fingertips into that neck or that kind of base of the skull. Take a nice inhale, and with the exhale, begin to open up that heart. So you can see I'm kind of letting that head kind of rest a little bit back into the fingertips, but the pelvic floor is lifting. Beautiful. Good. Now take this left arm, reach it up to the sky. And then we're going to take this right arm. So they're both up, but then we're going to find, if we can, that opposite. Let's see, this is my opposite for sure. So taking the opposite hands across, finding the opposite elbows, the wrists, or the fingertips. Or you can always bring these arms down into some other shape, right? Doesn't matter. Take a breath here. Inhale. Relax the shoulders as we take this over to the right, as we breathe into that left edge of the body. Yeah, should feel good. Take your pause. Beautiful. Two more. Feels nice. Don't overdo. Just get that nice lengthening into the side body. Perfect. Now, lift the navel to come back up. Both arms reach up to the sky. Get that nice big space. Turn the palms out. Take an inhale and begin to brush the side walls. And you'll notice as you do, I want the shoulders are melting away from the ears. A little bit of the muscles into the back, the core. Arms come down alongside. From here now, take both arms, reach them up to the sky. Get that nice reach. Fingertips come into the base of the skull. And then from here, open up the heart. So again, you can see my head kind of rests slightly back into the fingertips. The heart opens, and just explore it. Don't overdo, right? Watching your back, especially if you have back issues. You don't want to overdo this back bend, this heart opener. Good. Now, from here, we're going to take both arms back up to the sky. Nice big reach again. Crossing this right hand over to the outer edge of that left knee, and this left hand. Start by brushing out that side wall. Same movement we did to get that length, and then slide this hand into your waist or palm facing out into your lower back. Yeah. Grow long, taking an inhale. Navel draws in as we begin to take this first twist today. So drawing the navel, twisting at the ribs, the heart, the shoulders, and taking that space, breathing in, breathing out. In and out. Beautiful. One more breath. Just find that loving kindness to yourself, to this practice. Love it. Now slowly we're going to unravel. Both arms are going to reach back up to the sky. Get that nice reach again. And then cross that left arm to the outside of that right knee. And this right arm, same thing. Let's reach it nice and long at first. And then slowly we're going to bring that hand down. So either to the hip or sliding that hand palm facing out into the lower back. Take a nice inhale, grow long. And then begin to take that twist. Belly draws in, the ribs begin to shift, the heart center, the shoulders, the gaze. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. One more breath here. Love it. Now, slow. Begin to come back up. So we need to support the movement of the spine, lifting the navel. Arms go up to the sky, but this time I want you to bring those beautiful palms together and drop back down into your heart center. Back into that loving kindness. May all beings be well, happy, safe. May all beings be free. Take another breath there. Drop into your heart space. Perfect. So hands come down along on top of our knees. Soles of the feet can start onto the earth, and there can be a little bit of, maybe 2 or 3 fists between the feet. I want us to move here into cow pose. So we're going to lift the chest, lift the navel, and shoulders are going to melt away from the ears, down the back of the body. And just pause there. So instead of kind of moving and locking and kind of throwing your chin forward, I want you to just soften, maybe a little bit of a circle, small circle of the shoulders, and then take your next exhale and just open up into it. Yeah, the tail reaches out behind you. Take a breath, inhale, and then ever so slowly as we shift the spine the other direction, we tuck the tail, we lift the navel, the chin dips in, and then pause there. It feels so good to me to always get that stretch up the spine and then into those kind of wings of the shoulder blades. Let the chin dip, feel that. Beautiful, one more breath. And then from here, ever so slowly, we're going to inhale, slow, move back to your cow, open up that heart. And exhale, rounding back, tucking the chin, tucking the tail. 2 more. Inhale, lift, open up the heart. And exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Remember to feel good. And again, inhale, open up that heart. And exhale, tuck and round in. Last one. Inhale, open up that heart. And then from here, we're going to exhale into that cat. But we're going to slowly, before moving further into cow, we're going to move these forearms down onto our knees or tops of thighs, and that spine is going to go along there. Should feel good. Ardha Uttanasana in the chair. And then from here, round into that cat, pushing out of the forearms, tucking the tail, tucking the chin. It's a little different. Inhale, half lift now. So it's a long spine. We're not moving into that cow. And then exhale, tuck and kind of push into those forearms, reaching into the back of the body. 2 more like that. Tap into the goodness. Don't feel like you're lacking if these movements are not fully kind of attainable to you, but feel that you get that subtlety of the movement and find what is moving and feels good to you. 1 more. I lost count because I'm talking too much today. Good. Exhale, round. Perfect. Now from here, we're going to come back, half lift, so that long spine. And we're going to take this right arm, and really I want you to lift your core so we also get the sides of the waist, the belly drawing in, some nice wrapping of the back muscles. And we're going to take this right arm out in front. Good. Now, we're going to make a fist. Remember those fists we did? And we're going to draw that arm back. Good. Now, take it long again and open up the palm for a moment. And then make a fist and draw back. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. If it doesn't feel right on your back, do not do this. Come back out, sit a little taller. You can still do this movement from here, okay? Just trying to really get some core activation. So 3 more if you haven't already done them. We're reaching long, open up that palm. Core draws in, make that fist and draw back. 2 more, arm long. Make that fist, core draws in and back. Good, warming me up. 1 more, nice and long. Make that fist and draw the arm back. Beautiful. Bring the hand down. Just before we come to the other side, I want you to take that nice little cow and slow cat. Beautiful. One more like that. Nice cow. Little movement of the spine just to loosen everything back up. And cat. Now, where you find that long spine, right? And you know, if you feel that this is too much, you can always come here. All right? So, long spine. Now, lift the navel, get that belly button drawing in, spine long, and then take this left arm out in front. Open up the palm for a moment, and then make that fist and draw it back. Good. Extend, open up the palm, draw it back. 3 more. Palm opens up, make that fist, and draw it back. 2 more. Reach long, and make that fist, draw it back. 1 more. Long, make that fist, and draw it back. Beautiful. Now from here, hands come down, both of them on the knees. Slowly lift up. And we're going to take our cow and our cat here. So inhale, lift your cow. Exhale, round to your cat. 1 more. And round. Perfect. Now from here, we're going to take sitting again, nice and tall, shoulders over the hips, taking these arms, reaching them back up to the sky. And as you do, take another inhale. We're going to cross that right hand again over to the outside of that left knee. And this left hand, reach it out to that T. Good. Now, take and slide that hand again, waist or lower back, whatever feels right. Take an inhale, grow long, and then slowly begin to take this twist as you exhale. Good. Now, we're going to take this back hand, this left hand, and we're going to begin to sweep it up to the sky. Now, take the fingertips into the base of that skull, lightly on the neck. Take an inhale, draw the navel in, and take a little bit more of that twist. Try not to lead with that elbow, but lead as you kind of come into the ribs, the heart, the shoulders, and then gaze softly over that left elbow. Good. 1 more breath. Perfect. And then ever so slowly, we're going to release out of this. Both arms come back up to the sky. You can feel that spine kind of adjusting. Yeah. And then coming to the other side. So left hand crosses over to the outer edge of that right knee or thigh. And this right hand begins to reach extra long. Beautiful. And then slide it waist or lower back. Good. Each side is different. Take a nice inhale, grow long, and then slowly begin to take a little bit of that twist. So not as deep, but we'll go a little deeper. And then that right hand begins to sweep up to the sky. Fingertips into the neck, kind of that base of the skull. And then take a nice inhale, grow long, and then begin to take a little bit of that twist, a little deeper, heart open, shoulders melt away from the ears. Good. 2 more breaths. Don't force it, but just notice all that's happening with this shape. 1 more breath. Perfect. And then ever so slowly, get that core lifting. We're going to unravel, taking both arms up to the sky, extra reach. And then hands come down to the heart center. Good. Love it. So from here, hands come back down onto that heart center. And I'm going to offer the option. We're going to come up to standing. I'm going to come up to standing. You can stay, again, wherever you are, in bed, in the chair, and modify these poses. So another great option with the chair is to have another chair right out in front for kind of reaching with downward dogs and things like that. And but also we'll do some similar shapes, especially with the upper body. We'll do them standing, so you can stay in the chair and modify, okay? So something like a lunge, you take your leg out. We're going to take the arms up and do that type of stuff, so you'll see. Coming up to standing. Really just important that we make this really so about us and moving our bodies and enjoying it. So I also want to make sure that your chair, when you get up to standing, is solid. It's not going to slide out from under you. You know I'm really tough about that, but I just don't want anybody slipping. And we're going to place the hands onto the back of the chair. And then from here, we're just going to step, starting with that right foot, we're going to step it back. So we're coming into this lunge here. So just find that space, and look, you're on the ball of the foot. If you've worked with me before, you've done this, right? So if you're in a chair, you're going to extend that right leg out, and you'll just kind of flex through the foot. So it's a little bit opposite. That left knee is over that ankle, and we're going to take that gaze out in front, and we're going to do that nice movement as we kind of roll up under the ball of the foot. Feels nice energy, a little deeper than when we were seated, and then sit back into that heel. There's that nice stretch at the back of the leg. Keep lifting that pelvic floor, opening the heart. So 2 more. Roll up onto the ball of the foot, and then sit back into that heel. 1 more. Roll up onto the ball of the foot. Beautiful. Sit back into that heel. Now we're going to pause here. Yep, we're working the muscles today. We're going to take 3 breaths. So inhales and exhale. Slow, even focus. In through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, if that feels better to you. And 1 more breath. Perfect. Now, from here, we're going to take this right heel and we're going to bring it down onto the earth as we move into a Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Feet can come a little bit wider, that left knee over the ankle, heart opens up. And just find your breath here. So a little different, this right hip gently rolling forward. Now from here, I want us to take this right arm, lift it up. Good. Take a breath. Now, from here, take it out in front of you just a little bit. And we're going to take a nice inhale, reach more, and then make that fist exhale, draw it back. Now, I'm going to offer both arms, and that looks like this. Fist, draw it back, or one arm. Doesn't matter. I want you to kind of feel like you're pulling back on something. Good. Again, pull it back, lift the pelvic floor. Last one. Good. And draw it back. Beautiful. Bring that hand down. You should feel some nice work having happened into the legs. This time, we're going to slide this left foot back and we're going to move into a downward facing dog. So hands on the chair. If your back bothers you, come a little bit closer to the chair with the forearms. Shift the feet. They can be wide. And just massage a little bit side to side, kind of exploring the back of the body, this first downward dog. And let the head kind of roll side to side a little bit, endlessly just releasing any negativity, any thoughts, and just being in that space of loving kindness, this present moment of here and now. And if you're in a chair, again, you can take this shape with the arms on another chair. Feel the breath. Beautiful. And then from here, soften the knees slightly. Take the gaze forward very slowly. You can take one big step or lots of little steps. Coming back up to standing. Good. Heart is open, standing nice and tall. And now we're going to move to the other leg. So planting the hands, stepping that left foot back, and same thing, if you're in the chair, just extend that left leg long. If you're laying in a bed, get a little bit more energy into that left leg. And then we're going to take an inhale, roll to the ball of the foot, nice stretch there. And then exhale, sit back into the heel. So if you're in a chair or in bed, it's that flexing and releasing, okay? So 3 more, roll to the ball of the foot, get some energy. Sit back into that heel as you exhale. 2 more. Beautiful. Sit back into that heel as you exhale. 1 more. Sitting back into that heel as you exhale. We're going to pause here. I want you to get this kind of muscles drawing into your center line, right? So muscle to bone, as we say, building strength, focus. Good. One more breath, and then we're going to shift, and then we move on. Perfect. Now, that left heel is going to shift down onto the earth, right? So toes and whole sole of the foot are on the earth, and the toes are kind of at 10 o'clock. So we're in this Virabhadrasana 1, shoulders stacked over the hips. And then we're going to take and move with this left arm reaching out in front. And you can always take both and have a movement like this, but I'm going to show you with just one. So up to you if you want to add on. So left arm out in front, take a nice inhale, get a little more reach, make that fist, and exhale, draw it back. Again, inhale, take it long, open up, draw it back on that exhale. And again, reaching long, core draws in as you exhale. Two more if you like. Reaching long, stay strong in the legs. It's not just about the arm, it's the whole body, but then a calmness of the mind, of the movement. Draw it back. Whew. Good. Now, bring this hand down, and we're going to step that right foot back and slowly move back into that downward dog. Whatever it is for you, chair, in a bed, standing behind the chair. You might have your forearms a little bit closer as well. And just pause there, letting the body relax. Letting it go into this kind of stretch of the back of the legs, up the spine, but remember to have that belly kind of lifting in and up. Good. Two more breaths wherever you are. One more breath. Beautiful. And then from here, soften the knees, take the gaze forward. You can step one foot or lots of little steps to come back up to standing. Open up the heart. Relax. Good. And so from here, I want us to take, and I'm just turning towards the camera. You stay with your hands on the chair. Bring our feet a little bit wider here. And we're going to turn the toes out. Yeah, so it's a little bit of that sort of goddess situation. So you can go a little longer if you like. But I want you to feel that you're kind of really lifting energy through the legs, lifting the pelvic floor, lengthening the waist, opening the heart, goes on and on and on. But from here now, we're going to just bend those knees, soften them a little bit, and we're going to bring the toes in, the heels in, the toes in, the heels. Maybe if you have another one, you do that. So again, if you're in a chair, if you're in a bed, you can see how you can do all of this. And we're going to go back out. So heels, toes, heels, toes. And maybe one more, heels, toes, pretty deep. Pause for a moment, maybe bend the knees a little bit, that goddess. And then we're going to bring it back. So toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, and heels. And then come up to standing. So here we stand into that Tadasana. It's beautiful. But we're going to take one more little standing pose here. It's this beautiful version of a standing Shalambhasana, but we're going to bring that nice movement of the arms that we found earlier. So again, this can be done in your chair or in your bed. So feel the feet, all parts of the feet on the earth. And we're going to take these arms, bring them out to a T. So it could be both, or it could be one with one on the chair. Fingertips into the base of the skull, the back of the neck. Feel that you're lifting up through that center line, and then begin to let that heart open. So you can see there's a little bit of a back bend here, but it really comes from lifting the heart. Elbows kind of open up, and again, one arm can be down. You can even bring the hands to the waist and take it that way. One more breath, feel the exhale opening up your heart. And then inhale, arms to the sky, and hands come down to your heart center. Really nice, love it. Just pause there. Coming back to that loving kindness within, and then sending it out to all of those in the universe. Beautiful. One more breath. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back down to seated. So this chair always makes a big noise when I sit in it. So finding our way back to our seat, if you were standing, and just kind of find your way, spread the sit bones a little bit, should feel good. And we're gonna come into this right leg, and we're gonna extend it long, so out in front, and there can be a little space between the leg and the opposite foot. Bring the hands down to the top of that left thigh or knee. Toes on that right leg are up towards the sky somewhat, right? And then we're gonna just lengthen and lean forward. Let the elbows kind of reach out a little bit to the side just to support this movement. And just pause there. And just kind of get a little bit of a stretch up the back of that right leg. So you might go a little bit deeper. Sometimes I can bring my forearms down. Yeah, sit bones spreading behind. Good. Now, if you like, you can always take that right hand and kind of take it down as well. You can always take the left as well and take it down, but just be really mindful. So either none, one, or both. Let the head release. And we're gonna just take a few breaths here, just really allowing some space to come. Beautiful, one more breath. Now, slow. If you took and extended both or one arm, please first bring them back up. Slide the hands back to the knee. Lift the navel in and up, and then come up. I know I'm such a toughie. I just want to support those backs. I don't want any messages from you that your back is hurting. We're going to take this right leg. We're going to draw it in. An option again, you can slide that knee into your chest, sitting nice and tall, opening up that heart, maybe a little circle of that ankle again, back where we started. Perfect. And then from here, that option as we either cross the ankle over that knee, good, or ankle over ankle. Either way is good. I'm going to do that ankle over knee. We're going to sit nice and tall. A little bit of flexion into that foot just to kind of set everything so you're not hanging out without any connection. Sit tall and relax the shoulders. Maybe that right hand just gently kind of massages this leg open. You can even kind of run up that thigh, a little external rotation of it. Beautiful, take a breath, inhale. And exhale, if you like, you can always stay long in the spine and lean forward a little bit, but slowly. Don't rush it. Notice what happens. You can also maybe bring the forearms down. You can also maybe quietly let the head dip. Stay with the breath, come back into that loving kindness. One more breath. Perfect, and then lift the navel in and up. Hands can come back to the leg if you brought the forearms down, and slow coming up. Good, little twist sequence here. Left hand towards that right knee or thigh, depending where you are. And that right hand to your waist or into your lower back. Take a breath. And then a little bit of a twist here. It doesn't need to be big. Just feel a nice space there. You might even take that gaze a little bit more over that right shoulder, dipping that left shoulder away from the ear. And then come back slow through center. That right hand can come to the thigh, that left thigh, or the kind of arch of the foot, and that left hand to the waist. Take a nice inhale, grow long, and a little bit of a twist here, a counter twist as you exhale. On this one, just let that chin dip down. Stay for the breath. 2, 1. Beautiful. Lift the head if you dipped it. and then slow, coming back through to center. Nice. And then bringing this leg back, this foot back down onto the earth. Give it a little love, a little shakeroo. And then coming to the other side, we're going to come to this left leg. And same thing here. We're going to take and extend that left leg long, toes facing towards the sky, but not forced, right? It's just sort of so that they're not out or floppy, right? There's a little bit of connection again. And then from here, hands are going to come down to that right knee. Uh-oh, trouble just walked into the room. Hi, kitten. That right knee or thigh. And we're going to sit nice and tall here. And then begin to slide down that thigh a little bit. And as you do, just notice where this might run up that left leg. And you can always lean into it to keep long in the spine to start. So for me, I take the elbows out a little bit to the side. Notice how that feels. Take your breath. You can always bring the forearms down if that's okay on your back and not too deep on that stretch of the hamstring. Another option here, if you keep wanting to go the different sort of tiers of this, that left hand can always come down onto the leg a little bit, not onto the knee, please. And if there's still more there that you want to visit, hi, Freddie, you can bring that that right hand down onto the leg as well. Not that you can see me anymore. So really up to you. I'm going to stay with my forearms up. I'm just breathing here for a few breaths. Good. Bless you. Sorry about that. A little sneezing action. One more breath. Oh, Freddie. Good. Now, from here, if your arms are long, please first bring them to that right knee, and then slowly from here, bring the hands to the knee and lift yourself up, drawing the navel in and up to support it. Hi. I'm teaching. Good. Nice. And then from here, slide that foot back in, and we're going to take these hands, wrap them around this leg. Yeah, or keep it on the earth, up to you. A nice little circle, just again, of that ankle, that left ankle. Perfect, and other direction. Nice. And then from here, thank you, Fred. Could you stop cleaning yourself, grooming yourself? And then from here, here's that option. We're gonna take that ankle over that knee or ankle over ankle. Please honor your hips. If you did it on one side, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it on the other side. So we have a story with our hips, and it's really important to self-care. So I'm going to take that left ankle over that knee, and then just sit tall. So just a pause, let the shoulders melt away down the back of the body. Take your breath. And then always options, right? So if you feel you have more space, this hip, I do have more space, so I might then kind of lean forward a little bit. I might then bring the forearms down. Just each level, pause, right? Notice if you can pause for a moment, how it feels. Take a breath. Good. Now, always another option, you can maybe go a little deeper, letting the head go, but again, stay with connection. As I love, stay with that connection to self and not that ego, right? The ego says go further, go further, go further. Feels nice. It's this hip, I can feel it just beginning to open. You can always kind of massage it open a little bit with that left hand. And then ever so slowly, we're going to begin to come back up. So if your forearms are down, first, all of us lift our navel, slide the hands back, and then begin to come back up. Nice. And then we're going to take a little twist. The last little bit, that right hand comes to that left knee or thigh if you're ankle to ankle. And then that left hand comes to your waist. take a nice inhale, grow long. It's not a big twist. We're just kind of mellowing out near the end of the practice. Heart opens. Gaze can go over that left shoulder. Beautiful. One more breath. And then as we release, again, it's slow. These releases are always slow. We're going to come to the other side. So maybe that left hand finds that sort of arch of the foot or that thigh. Again, if you're ankle to ankle, it'll be the thigh, right? And then we're going to grow long. Hello. And then we're going to take a little twist here. Doesn't need to be huge. Let that left knee relax. But then this time we're just going to dip the chin down. Take a few breaths there. One more breath. And then slowly just begin to lift your head back up, open up that heart, and then come back through the center, placing this left foot down onto the earth, giving it a little, nice little movement. And then sliding back into the chair. We've got a few minutes for Shavasana. I went a little over the poses time. So if you like, again, if you're in bed, I now want you just to kind of let it go, relax. If you're gonna stay in the chair, same thing, kind of sink back into the chair, let the back of the chair support you. If you're wanting to move to your couch or your bed, just do that, stay there and take your Shavasana there. Let the soles of the feet melt down onto the earth. I'm gonna take mine with this little puppy dog on my lap. She can keep me warm. So wherever you are, just let the hands melt down to the tops of your thighs if you're in the chair. Just let the shoulders relax. Let the facial muscles relax. It won't be the most relaxing Shavasana as we have Fred squeaking. He wants to go for a W-A-L-K. Just let yourself drop in. Notice how it feels. Just your practice, this physical practice that we just took. Stop. And then from here, just allow yourself to drop in. You have a few more moments with me. It's 1 o'clock, but I just want to go and repeat that loving kindness, right? So as we come back to it, just let yourself stay connected here. You just soften the eyes, soften the gaze. Just coming into that space and repeating them silently to yourself after me. As you bring this to yourself, may I be well. May I be happy and content. May I be free from danger and from suffering. And may I be filled with loving kindness. And as we send this out to each other, may you be well. May you be happy and content. May you be free from danger and from suffering. And may you be filled with loving kindness. And as we send this out into the world, may all beings be well. May all beings be happy and content. May all beings be free from danger and from suffering. And may all beings be filled with loving kindness. Bow your head to your heart. This beautiful Monday, this beautiful week ahead of you, one moment at a time, right? Just bring all of your heart, all of your love, and all of that kindness which allows us to be more patient to ourselves and patient to others. Take a nice inhale as you lift your head. Exhale out through the mouth. And inhale together for Om. As we bow to ourselves, we bow to each other. Namaste. Thank you, dear yogis. Lovely practice today. I'm so happy to be here with you. And just a reminder that we do tomorrow have a Zoom class. Tuesday, if you want to be part of any of the Zooms, you need to email me, sfree1928@gmail. And starting next week on Wednesday, next Wednesday's chair yoga is going to become a Zoom class. So there's going to be some shifts, and tell your friends, help your friends. So anyway, love you. Bye.